If you've ever looked at a property management contract and felt confused or felt something didn't add up, you're probably not alone. Most DFW property owners focus only on the monthly management percentage and assume that's the total cost, when often it's not even half the story. Today, we're walking through every fee category in a typical Dallas-Fort Worth property management agreement. The ones listed right up front, the ones tucked into the fine print, and the ones that only show up on your statement after you've already signed. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what questions to ask before you hand over your rental property to anyone. And stay tuned to the end of this video, where I will share a tip for you to uncover another hidden fee not in your property management agreements. Let's get into it. Let's start with the fee everyone knows about, the monthly management fee. In Dallas-Fort Worth, most companies charge anywhere between 8 to 12% of your monthly rent collected. If you have a $2,500 rental, for example, which is right around what you'd expect for a solid single-family home in areas like Richardson, Frisco, or Plano, and you're looking at $200 to $300 a month in property management fees. It's predictable, expected, straightforward math, right? But here's the thing. That percentage is just the starting point. The actual cost of property management in DFW is everything stacked on top of it that we'll get into next. Next is the leasing fee, and you'll also hear it called the tenant placement fee. It's the one that surprises property owners more than anything else, and it's a significant charge. Every time a new tenant is placed, there's a one-time fee. In DFW, the industry standard is a full month's rent. Some companies charge 50%, some charge more, but 1 month is typically the norm. And here's what that looks like when it actually happens. Your tenant moves out, your property sits empty for, let's say, 3 weeks while it's being marketed, shown, and applications are being reviewed. During that vacancy, you're already losing around $70 a day in rent you're not collecting. Then on top of that, once the new tenant signs their lease, you owe your property manager another $2,100 to $2,500. That's a real number. It's not a surprise unless you didn't know it was coming. And what matters as much as the amount is what you're actually getting for it. Does the leasing fee cover professional listing photos? Does it cover syndication to sites like Zillow, Apartments.com, Realtor.com, Zumper? A thorough tenant screening process hopefully is also included, but it's one that you should find out. Ask your property manager exactly what that fee includes. The answers vary significantly across DFW companies. This next one doesn't show up until year 2. Most owners don't catch it until they see it on a statement. When a tenant renews their lease, many property managers charge a renewal fee. In DFW, that's typically somewhere between $150 to $500. Property management company sends the renewal notice, gets the lease signed, and you get billed. Now, you might reasonably ask why retaining a good tenant is a separate charge on top of your monthly management fee. That's a fair question. Some companies include renewals, some don't. It depends entirely on the contract. A good tenant staying another year is exactly what you want. Don't let a charge you didn't see coming take the shine off it. Know what your agreement says before renewal season arrives. And again, stay tuned to the end of the video where I will share a related tip about a hidden fee that incentivizes the wrong tenant activity. Beyond the big 4, there are a handful of other fees worth asking about before you sign. The first is setup or onboarding fees. Some DFW companies charge $200 to $500 just to bring your property onto their platform. Others don't charge. It's worth asking up front what that charge is and what it includes. The next one is inspection fees. Routine property inspections are a normal part of professional management, but not every company includes them in the monthly fee. Some charge per visit. No weather inspections are included or itemized. The next one is eviction coordination. If an eviction ever becomes necessary, most agreements charge a separate fee for the management company's time handling that process, on top of whatever court filing fees and attorney cost apply to the property owner. You don't want to find out that in the middle of an already difficult situation, you have extra fees that you weren't planning for. The last one is early termination fees. If you need to exit the contract before it ends, whether you're selling the property or switching companies, some agreements include a penalty. Read that section carefully and know what those fees are. Don't compare property management companies in DFW on the monthly management fee alone. Add it all up. A company advertising 8% management with a full month leasing fee, a $400 renewal fee, and 15% maintenance markups can easily cost more than a company at 10% with transparent, all-in pricing and no markups. Before you sign with anyone, ask for the complete fee schedule in writing. Then ask this: what would it realistically cost me for a full year of management, assuming one lease renewal and typical maintenance activity? That question cuts through the sales pitch fast. The right property manager isn't necessarily the cheapest. It's the one whose pricing makes sense, whose contract is clear, and who you actually trust with your asset. Now, I promised a hidden tip at the end of the video, and let me share one more valuable tip I've learned in my experience. Beyond the property management agreement, find out what your property management companies also charge the tenants. What I've seen in DFW is a lot of property management companies offer a low management fee or a low flat fee, but when you see the tenant application, the tenants are charged exorbitant fees for application, administrative, and even pet fees. What that incentivizes is the tenant to leave quickly after that first lease ends. What that means for you then is you're paying more renewal fees, leasing fees, tenant placements, etc. So, with that said, if you own a rental property in DFW and you want to work with a team that's upfront about pricing, no maintenance markups, no surprise fees, we'd love to have a conversation. Click the link in the description for a free rental analysis. We'll tell you exactly what your property should rent for in today's North Texas market, and we'll walk you through our fee structure before you commit to anything. And if this video helped you understand what you're actually signing up for, hit subscribe. We put out new content every week to help North Texas property owners like yourself run their rentals the right way. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.